All right, folks, welcome back to Roland Martin Unfiltered. We have been having a conversation since I got back from Jamaica about the new you in 2023. When I was walking along the beach, when I was going through this shredding, shedding, cleansing process, just thinking about this new year, the business, people, staffing, personal stuff, all this sort of different stuff. I said, you know what? There were about seven people who came into my mind. I said, you know what? I want to have on the show. Funk Roberts was one of the folks, and he has a program for men 50 plus. And I said, well, if I need to find somebody to talk about for sisters 50 plus. And so I was seeing her videos and then posting videos talking about being 60. She turned 61 in December. And I said, wow, this could be a great person to have to talk about this here. And so Sheryl Grant is former Miss Olympia. She, as I said, turned 61 in December and really talks about the importance of not just fitness and looking great and healthy lifestyle, but really encouraging other women, especially black women, to do what she has done. So Sheryl, glad to have you on the show.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. Thank you, Roland.
So it's interesting. So I was looking at some of the comments on my Instagram page, and there were some people who were saying, "Oh, you know what? I don't want to have to go that far." Or some people said, "Well, really, if you look at her, this is genetics. This is really not, really working out." When did your process start? First of all, were you always a fitness person? Were you always this size? Or was it something that happened where you said, you know what, I need to make a change in my life?
Well, I started really when my first child was born 35 years ago. And I started this fitness journey, but it was just more working out casually. It really took place when I was in my career in corporate America. My background is in high tech. I was in high tech for 30 plus years. And I found that I was constantly hitting what most would call, Roland, a glass ceiling. But for women of color, it is a brick ceiling. And I found myself getting stressed, depressed, because I couldn't figure out how to break through to the C-suite. And rather than allowing the systems that were in place to manage me, I decided to go on this fitness journey. And the biggest thing that I learned is that the brick wall that I was talking about, yes, corporations do put those in place, but we also put brick walls within our own minds about what we can and can't do. At that point, I decided to go on a fitness journey and I became Miss Olympia. My first competition ever was in March of 2017, and I took second place, first place, and then I went on to take the title. But it did something for me. It really transformed me inside and out about what is possible. And especially as we begin to age, fitness is everything. How you take care of yourself. I was just listening to your segment and listening to all the things that are going on in the world outside of us, and let alone what we have to deal with individually, whether it be with family or whether it be with taking care of our parents or raising our children or going back to school or our social life. There's so many anxieties in life. Became for me not an option, it became a way of life. And I think that's very key to understand what it is, how you're taking care of yourself, and to start as young as you possibly can. And no, the genetics, I will say, my mother is amazing. She looks amazing. My mother is 80 years old, but it really has to do with us rethinking about how we take care of ourselves mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And my approach is really a holistic approach. Fitness, you won't stick to a program if you're not mentally fit first. And for me, fitness stands for faith, intuition, and tenacity. It's the ability to believe in the impossible. It's learning how to trust yourself and that navigation system. And then the tenacity, you got to get up and go do it. And we as women, as we age, we lose skeletal mass, and that becomes critical. If we fall, we have a greater risk of injury. This is not just optional. This is important. And I think if the pandemic didn't teach us anything, it should have taught us that our health is our wealth.
But what was interesting to me, I was the video that we showed when you were walking into the room. Somebody came on your page and they said, you know, aren't you too old to be wearing a swimsuit?
I think that age is a number, in my opinion. I don't look at life that way. Your perspective is everything. Les Brown is my mentor. He said, how you do one thing is how you do everything. I want to be excellent in every area of my life. So it doesn't matter. Bikini, what does that have to do with it? What's important is, am I mentally fit? And living in a world today, that should be the priority versus wearing a bikini. That's just a part of the process of the fitness journey that I'm on, and the competition that I did. That was a requirement. That's the level of competitiveness that I competed at. But I think that it's okay. Why do we put these definitions about age and what you can and can't do? If you feel good, do it. And the more you work out, I guarantee the better you will feel. Not only in life, but in every area of your life. And I'm all about that. Being fit for life. That is everything. That is my mantra. That's what I teach. I actually went on, a lot of people will ask me, Roland, if I'm a personal trainer. I'm not a personal trainer, but what I've created is an all-inclusive platform that allows individuals to not only get fit physically, but to get fit mentally, and then to apply that in every other area of their life. I am a business entrepreneur that's about collaboration and building a network and a community of other people. So I have nutritionists on my platform. I have wellness coaches on my platform. I have doctors on my platform, all here to help individuals be their absolutely best self. And isn't that what we all want in life? I mean, especially at this given time, and especially with all the things that come along with our lifestyles and the way of eating. And I'm a firm believer that it's all about balance. It's all about balance. You don't have to want to compete. That doesn't have to be your North Star, but you should have a North Star in terms of how you're taking care of yourself, so that as you begin to age, you can live your best life. Mm-hmm. Your health, again, is your wealth.
Well, the reason I find that interesting, because you're 61. Go to my iPad. You may know about this sister. Her name is Chef Babette. She's 72. Yes. She's 72 years old. And if you go to her Instagram page, you'll see her videos. Y'all, anybody who's that's a 72-year-old black woman right there. But the key, I think what you said is, you said it's the mind. And I think what happens is, for a lot of us, and I don't care whether we're talking about fitness or eating, whether we're talking about how do we grow a business, whether we talk about how to do anything, so many people, they take in so many negative things from other people and then add on top of their own negativity, and it stops them from even starting a journey.
Yes, and I'm a firm believer in, you have to take care of you. And I said this on social media: never, never, never allow somebody else to stop you at reaching your greatness or your pinnacle. I can tell you about the fitness journey for me, that it transformed my life, but I had to also transform everything around me: what I ate, who I hung out with, what I did, what I thought, what I was thinking. All of that makes up the whole of you. But if you are living this life and you want your best life, your absolute best life, then you need to make you a priority. And if not you, and if you're not taking care of you, then who will?
It's so amazing to me how many people, and they listen to all kinds of different other people. Like I saw one person, and they were like, you know what? Look, you can sit here and walk, but that stuff ain't gonna work. If you ain't running, if you ain't jogging, if you ain't sprinting, you got to start somewhere. And if that means that you start walking a half a mile a day, and then it goes to a mile, then the 2 miles and 3 miles, that's a start. But the point is to get somebody start and being consistent.
Consistency is everything, and surrounding yourself around others who equally have that goal will keep you. You don't want to surround yourself with somebody who will allow you to help you fight for your limitations. You have to surround yourself around people who are going to encourage you to get fit fit. And fit doesn't have to be like you just said, Roland. Perfect example. Walking. If you can't walk, run. If you can't run, go to the gym. I'm going to tell you, as we age and over 50, one of the best things you can ever do is lifting weights, because it helps you to build your muscles so that you're more flexible, so that you have more energy, so that you're capable. It helps also with your mental clarity, how you think. And as we begin to age, you start to forget things. All of that matters. And you have to start somewhere. And if you don't start now, where are you going to start? Why wait before you get sick, before you have to take action, or you have to be something critical has to happen to you before you're willing to take the steps? And I say to everybody, before you start any regimen, consult your doctor. The second thing I will tell you too is get around people that are like-minded.
Folks, we continue our focus with our Fit, Live, Win daily segment on a new you in 2023. We're talking to a former Miss Olympia, Sheryl Grant. Sheryl, yesterday I saw, it was a story that came down, it was in the Wall Street Journal, and it said doctors are recommending drugs for children who are obese. And I said, you know what, I want to put that to our folks, because look, we are a society where we first run to drugs. In fact, right now, people who have diabetes, there's a shortage of medicine because people are now getting that medicine and paying for it to lose weight. There was these TikTok videos went out, and now there's a shortage of that. And so so much of us is, what's the quick fix? Can I take a pill? Can I sit here and get some drugs and get it all done, versus putting in the work organically and naturally?
Well, you said a key word there, Roland, quick fix. We're always looking for a quick fix. There are no quick fixes in life. Anything that's worth it is you have to work for it. And your health should be worth that. Taking care of your temple, taking care of your body. I personally think that it's really sad that how we are set up as a Western society, that everything is geared towards a pill, when all you need to do is get into a regimented system. You can go to the doctor, you can get surgery, you can do all of these things, and you can equally take the road to get there naturally. Not only will it be better for you in the long term, there's always side effects to anything that you're taking. There's always side effects. If you ever read the list, it just amazes me that we would still even want to take those steps. I can tell you that it's not easy. I will be very honest with you that, getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning every morning is not something that I want to do, but I can tell you I feel so much better as a result of doing it versus not doing it.
You mentioned, before we went to the break, you mentioned lifting weights. And again, there are some who say, and you see these videos now, see these ads on YouTube all the time. Stop, get off that treadmill, get off the elliptical, don't do any walking. No, that does nothing for you. You should just be focusing on weights or resistance bands. What do you say?
I say any form of exercise is better than none. That's what I say. And I also say that depending on where you are in your life will depend on what type of workout is going to work best for you. I believe in trainers. I work with them. As a matter of fact, I am training for Miss Olympia. I'm on the road to Miss Olympia this year at the age of 61. But I have 3 trainers. I have a nutritionist and 2 trainers. But I think it's important to get somebody. And if you can't afford a trainer, that's fine too. Take a walk. Anything is better for you than doing nothing. And I don't necessarily subscribe to anything that tells you not to do anything or anything that's a quick fix. Yes, treadmills are okay, but if you're over 50, like if I'm 61, then weight training is going to be better for me, because as you age, your muscles start to get weak, and so you need to reinforce them.
Erica, question.
Yeah, absolutely. So Sheryl, congratulations on all the fantastic work. Congratulations on the path to Miss Olympia again. Definitely rooting for you. And I want to say I'm so glad that you are putting a point on health and wealth in all aspects. I suffered a traumatic brain injury after being hit by an 18-wheeler twice in 2021. And so I've always been a fit person, but what you were saying in terms of brain health, making sure that we are active. My body, though, it took a lot to get back to a good place, was in a position to heal because of the work that I've been doing before. So that led me into the wellness space and talking about brain health and unseen injury. So I said all of that to say, could you just briefly share the importance of people, not just I walk when I work, I'm going from this cubicle to the next, this building up the next, the importance of staving off life-changing diagnoses by 20 minutes of walking a day, being in nature. Can you talk about the importance of that, especially as Black folks?
Yes, when a lot of people, I have a very, my energy is very positive 99.9% of the time, but it's very important that that's why my platform is all about mental fitness, is that you're taking care of yourself mentally. And I think anybody who has had any major accident or injury or anything of that nature, my mother had a heart attack. I can't even count how long ago, but little things that she can do along the way to recover. It doesn't mean you go run a mile, depending on what your injury is, but you can do something, whether it be stretching, something as simple as yoga, anything that can help you to start to strengthen and get the recovery process. The point is, is if you don't start moving that muscle, it'll get stiff, and then you'll have more troubles with it, and then you'll start to baby it, and then you'll start to overcompensate. So I strongly recommend exercising is everything. I personally think it's the elixir to youthfulism. So I encourage people, exercising is God's gift to us.
I got 2 minutes left. Larry, question.
Yeah, really quickly. I'm glad you talked about the 50 Over crew. I work out 5 days a week, and you're right. It's hard work, and folks don't realize that. You have to stay committed to it. And so that leads to the 2 points I want to make questions. Talk about consistency, and also talk about having an accountability partner as it relates to working out.
Ooh, consistency is everything. I saw something on YouTube that I really loved because it talked about when you work out, let's say you do it for about 2 weeks, or even let's say 30 days and you don't see any results, you want to give up. One of the things that my coaches taught me early on is trust the process. You can't see it because you see you every day. So being consistent, having an accountability partner is everything. That's why I have a coach, because if I go in the gym, I'm not going to push myself. I'm not going to push myself to take it to the next level. An accountability person, whether it be a friend, will help you to maintain. And the beautiful thing is, I promise you this, that you will be so happy with the results. And not only will you be happy with the results, it will change your life. It will change how you do everything, your thinking process, how you start to interact. Old things you will put away, because of working out is truly, truly a gift from God again.
Sheryl, it's great to have you. Look forward to having you back. Good luck in your journey. Folks, follow her on Instagram at SHERYLGRANT, same on Twitter. Again, good luck in your journey.
And Roland, thank you. And thank you for taking time out to bring this awareness of fitness to everybody. Thank you.
Not a problem. And so, folks, again, pull up the information where you can find Sheryl right there. For, of course, Instagram and Twitter, Facebook, email, and website is there as well. All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. When you talk about blackness and what happens in Black culture, we're about covering these things that matter to us, speaking to our issues and concerns.
This is a genuine people-powered movement.
There's a lot of stuff that we're not getting. You get it, and you spread the word.
We wish to plead our own cause. Too long have others spoken for us. We cannot tell our own story if we can't pay for it. This is about covering us. Invest in Black-owned media. Your dollars matter. We don't have to keep asking them to cover our stuff. So please support us in what we do, folks. We want to hit 2,000 people, $50 this month, raise $100,000. We're behind 100,000, so we want to hit that. Y'all money makes this possible. Check some money orders. Go to P.O. Box 57196, Washington, D.C. 20037-0196. The Cash App is $RM Unfiltered. PayPal is R Martin Unfiltered. Venmo is RM Unfiltered. Zelle is Roland at RolandSMartin.com.